Guys, we have to let them cook, because Sam Altman has something to show us that we've never seen before. He's promising to deliver something groundbreaking, exceptional, and life-changing. These are Sam's words, not mine. And it's 100% going to be an AI device, but what kind? And most importantly, does it have a chance of being successful, or will it become another doomed idea in the graveyard of AI devices? Back in May, OpenAI wrote a single check for $6.4 billion and took home Jony Ive's young studio, I.O. $6.4 billion with a B. And that puts the lead in voice and artificial intelligence shoulder to shoulder with the designer who turned brushed aluminum into the iPhone. And together they are getting ready to shape something completely new. I'm still not sure who called whom first, but the excitement spills off the page. Sam Altman says AI only feels like real magic when serious tech, thoughtful design, and a deep sense of how people actually live all snap together, and he trusts Jony's crew to make that happen. Jony sounds just as energized, saying every lesson from 3 decades in design seems to funnel straight into this project. The mood echoes Apple's early days. Big vision, sleeves already rolled up. The announcement hides the exact product, yet its language points toward a fresh breed of AI gadget, neither a downsized phone nor a skinnier laptop. Think of something built from scratch for everyday tasks, a device that feels less like technology you must figure out and more like a helpful neighbor who simply pitches in. The target is clear: make advanced AI so straightforward that a teenager and a retiree can both pick it up and start using it on day one. This plan is already moving. Jony is bringing his 50-strong team into OpenAI, and their focus will be hardware that lets the clever code sink into the background, giving you the benefits without the fiddling. If they manage it, this buyout could be the moment when AI stops feeling futuristic and starts feeling like part of the furniture.
Jony recently gave me one of the prototypes of the device for the first time to take home, and I've been able to live with it.
And I think it is the coolest piece of technology that the world will have ever seen.
So far, we still don't know what the team is actually building, but if you sift through the press release, the teaser video, and every breathless news piece, you start to see hints. They keep calling it a screen-free AI companion that's small enough to ride in your pocket or chill on your desk. No display, none at all. So how does it talk to us? Maybe it speaks, maybe it buzzes, maybe it reads a wave of your hand. My money's on voice because the latest ChatGPT audio already sounds scarily human.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I use voice chat every day, and the range these new models can hit is wild. 1 minute the bot sounds friendly, the next is cracking a joke, even throwing in a quick laugh that feels real. If that sounds like sci-fi, think about the Apple Watch. A tiny computer that runs apps, answers calls, and tracks your heart. Strip away the screen and all those health sensors and you've got a board roughly the size of a coin. Easy to hide almost anywhere, though I'm pretty sure this device won't do one thing: be an agent. And when you think AI agents, you probably imagine a mountain of code and custom logic. Sometimes that's true. Building and testing can be a nightmare. That's why TestSprite exists, a sponsor of today's video. Just point it at a repo or a station URL, add a line or two of context, and you're basically done. It flips into full autopilot, builds its own test plan, then races through browsers and API routes while you watch the progress bar instead of writing the certs. During that sprint, checks everything: front end, back end, odd errors, load spikes, even those weird 418 I'm a teapot paths. What you get is a clean, readable report that feels like a checklist, not a core document. Real confidence, not wishful thinking. And now with monitor running scheduled tests in the background, it's like having a tireless QA tester catching bugs before they reach production. Add secure API keys and an upcoming feature called MCP that helps auto-fix broken tests, and you've got a full stack testing sidekick on standby. And best part, there's a free tier, so indie devs can get started without a budget panic. And when you need more horsepower, paid plans scale without drama. Everything stays fast, thorough, and fully automated. So release night finally feels like a plan, not a gamble. So the next time you write fresh code and that little voice whispers, "Nice, but will it behave?" slide TestSprite into the workflow, hit run, and let the simplest testing agent chase gremlins while you refill the mug. I will leave the link in the description, so be sure to check it out. The team also wants this gizmo to be context-aware, able to figure out where you are and what you're doing so it can step in at the perfect moment. Picture it noticing you're walking to work and quietly reminding you about the 9 o'clock meeting. That feels a little dreamy today. And like the early Apple Watch, version 1 may still lean on your phone for the heavy lifting. But the roadmap is clear. Sam Altman calls it the third essential device, meant to live alongside your phone and laptop, not replace them. He's even talking about moving 100 million units by the end of 2026. That sounds ambitious. My guess is we won't see shelves stocked until at least 2027. Even so, the upside could be huge. Jony frames it as the start of a new design era. And Sam thinks it could add $1 trillion to OpenAI's value, about a third of Apple's market cap. Sam usually keeps his promises, unlike a certain electric car visionary. So when pre-order day finally shows up, I will be right there with my credit card. Everybody's wondering the same thing. What if this mysterious gadget face plans and turns into the next big tech punchline? The honest answer is that nobody can say for sure. We've already watched a parade of AI toys over the past couple of years, and most of them stumbled because the tech simply couldn't keep up with the promise. They were tricky to use, glitchy when they did work, or no match for the phone that never leaves your hand. Replacing that phone isn't just hard, it's Everest. Tech history is already littered with AI products that launched on tidal waves of hype and washed up on shore a few months later. Each one is a neon warning sign for OpenAI, quick lesson in every mistake worth dodging. Do you remember the Humane AI Pin? There was so much hype when it was announced. A portable, wearable device that should have changed the way we use technology. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Back then, the tech just wasn't there yet for the Humane Pin to work.
Play songs from famous sci-fi films.
And you had to be careful about using it, even prompt-wise. Even today, you still need to know the right prompts or you end up doing the job yourself. The ground moves fast. New tools, features, and updates land every single day, and trying to separate real progress from shiny distractions can wear you out. That's where the AI Master membership comes in. We turn complex breakthroughs into clear steps you can actually use, whether you're cracking open your first model or already running automated workflows. Our daily posts, hands-on courses, deep dive PDF guides, and the prompt creator bot cut the learning curve and open fresh ways to earn and grow. And right now, you can jump in at half price for the first 6 months. Hit the link in the description, join us, and start turning AI into actual results today. The trouble with Humane Pin started the moment reviewers unboxed it. Sure, the little square looked slick, but the polish stopped there. It ran so hot you could warm your hands on it, and the battery died before lunch. Controlling it was a joke. The only interface was a fuzzy green projection on your wrist that felt more sci-fi prop than useful tool. Engineers loaded it with extra sensors to make that projector kinda work, yet it still stumbled. Then came the sticker shock. About $700 upfront plus a monthly fee. Even when you shelled out, responses took ages, and half the time the answers were wrong or half-baked. Forget maps, music, or any of the everyday things your phone does without breaking a sweat. After the rocky rollout, sales tanked. HP scooped up what was left, and the servers went dark. One giant splash of hype, followed by radio silence. The dream of a fully independent gadget sounded bold, but stuffing an AI sidekick into your pocket quickly ran into trouble. Rabbit gave it a shot with the R1, a bright orange block with a screen that looked like a friendly toy and swore it could fetch dinner, hail rides, and juggle your calendar. Reality lagged behind. Only a handful of apps even sort of worked. Asking for directions felt like dragging a suitcase uphill. The interface fought you at every turn. That quirky scroll wheel chewed through patience, and because the R1 never stopped pinging the cloud, anyone worried about privacy started to sweat. The Rabbit R1 wanted to replace your phone, but even at $200, it felt like a stripped-down handset that couldn't back up the pitch. So I'm hoping Sam Altman took notes and steers well clear of the same potholes. Dwelling on flops alone sends the mood into nosedive. Tech is a roller coaster. For every burnout, there's a breakout. I'm a certified gadget nerd and just as smitten with AI, so a device that fuses the two feels like catnip. I'm choosing optimism. Jony Ive has a habit of turning raw metal into must-have objects, and Sam Altman already shepherded a scrappy language model into the household name ChatGPT. But put that design instinct next to that software brain and real magic is possible. A recent hit that proves the dream can work is the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. Pop them on and you get an unobtrusive camera by your temple, discreet little speakers near your ears, and Meta's onboard AI acting like a tour guide who never needs a coffee break. You've seen the first-person clips flooding social feeds, street interviews, daily diaries, dog walk logs, all shot through those lenses. Ask what you're looking at and the glasses tell you. Fire off a reminder and they whisper it back later. They do all that while staying genuinely stylish, keep your hands free, and cost less than the flagship phone in your pocket. I'm not here to teach you every trick those glasses can pull, you'll figure them out in 5 minutes flat anyway. I haven't snagged a pair yet, though the itch is growing. Shave a millimeter off the frame thickness, and I'm sold. Sam and Jony have already said their mystery gadget won't be eyewear, so the real takeaway from the Ray-Ban story is simple. Whatever they launch has to deliver a brand new kind of value, something that feels obvious the moment you try it and leaves today's devices looking a little outdated. Earlier, I said the surest way for an AI gadget to win is to nail one job so well it feels like magic. One tap, or even better, no taps at all. That's exactly what the Plaud NotePin is about. You clip this to your jacket and it quietly records and transcribes every conversation you have. That's it. No weather, no flashing lights, just solid note-taking. Students grab it for lectures, reporters for interviews, and managers for meetings. It hasn't broken sales records, but inside its small lane, it does the work and earns its keep. I don't see myself buying one. When I'm in a video call, a bot can jump in and send me a transcript before I even hang up. Still, the Plaud NotePin proves a bigger point. There are endless ways to be useful. Sam and Jony can aim far beyond plain transcription, yet the lesson stands. Pick a problem and solve it so cleanly, people stop thinking about the tool and focus on the result. I can shake one big question. Do we honestly need this new gadget? Or are we just chasing the next shiny thing because it sounds cool? Any half-decent phone you can buy today already wipes the floor with most AI-first devices. My iPhone running the ChatGPT app feels like a friendly know-it-all in my pocket. I ask for advice, quick facts, to-dos, you name it. A single shortcut opens Google Lens or Apple's Visual Lookup, and in a blink it tells me what I'm staring at, even if it's only in a screenshot. Need an audio file turned into text? I can download an app and get clean transcripts in under a minute. Voice helpers or Google Gemini on Android. Flip settings. Call anyone in my contacts or fire off messages faster than I can type. The gadgets that flopped did so because they never offered anything my phone couldn't already handle, while the rare winners either invented a brand new trick or shrank a boring task down to one effortless tap. That narrow sweet spot is exactly where Sam and Jony have to land if they want their device to matter. Now here's a second thought. Even if they pull it off, would you really give up your phone? Think about all those snapshots of friends and pets, late night web searches, quick TikTok breaks, and idle games while you wait for the bus. A replacement has to match every one of those jobs, or find a way to beam those silly videos straight into our brains before most of us will even think about switching. Phones spend 4 or 5 hours in our hands every day. Prying them loose won't be easy. If you're ready to make sense of AI without the headache, tap the membership link in the description. AI Master viewers get 50% off for the first 6 months. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
I am absolutely certain that we are literally on the brink of a new generation of technology that can make us our better selves.